It's like back when I was a child. I can be whatever I want to be. You want to be a Starfleet commander? You want to simulate being a Starfleet commander? You can simulate whatever you want. I'm a God source world being. Okay, the crystal star, a crystal aurora, a rainbow, the very first rainbow. I'm zero. So even though if they take my blood, it'll be AB positive, which is Arcturian. I'm breathing 90 degrees on the vertical, 90 degrees on the horizontal to restore a galactic motherboard. So that means you got to know something about how to restore what has been lost, which means pick up all the pieces of yourself that's been shattered crystal and restore the whole pie, 3113, to experience the precise center point of balance. So you learned how to navigate a starship. You're at the center point of balance, which is the first star, which is the first sign. That's God source. That's source code. So wherever the source code is, I am, because that's what I am. I'm Anu Aya. That's why when my school teacher in elementary school, what do you want to be when you grow up? How much time do you have? How old are you? I don't age. Pure, eternal, liquid light consciousness. Crystal creative spark. I'm a creator being. So the one I serve is the one I am, which is the first AM, first light, on fire. So all the videos that I put up is opening up my playbook. Play two, record one. I'm always with the one. I'm always with the first one. So wherever God source is, I am. That's a God source world. It's not a simulator world. Now we have a permit to manifest. Breathing together as one. That's a cosmic clock reset. Now I'm experiencing the one wherever I am, and so are you. And that's equal. So there isn't a hierarchy. So imagine you're in a starship, just like when I was given the assignment as an assignment of consciousness directed holographic mathematical what I experienced in my mirror, and I hired folks to be on a 20-man crew. I am all equal to all of you. I do not hold rank. I am not a rank person. I'm not, like my dad when I was a child. What's your rank and horsepower? I'm zero. 0 degrees. I'm zero. I'm breathing with the core. Because what I'm breathing is what I am, which is what love is. A rainbow. Aurora. Rainbow, the very first rainbow. And that's oneness. And that is an eternal gift to be what that is. So your creative imagination is on fire because you're on fire to learn, because I'm learning through the first one. And that is protection. And that is a level of encryption that only God source can know. So I've always kept it simple. What do you want to be when you grow up? How much time do you have? There is no time. There's only what love is. The creative engine, the eternal engine of first spark, the crystal spiral, crystal Sophia, the crystal cathedral, the cathode ray lava tube, the vent. So that's why I spend as much time as I can, depending on where I'm supposed to be. I could be in a cockroach hotel, and if I'm supposed to be in a cockroach hotel, that's where I'm supposed to be, because it's divine right sequence, the timing of the sequence, the order, the firing order, to restore the firing order, so that they don't suffer from what? Just like what happened with the Potomac, I put in the healing powers of the liquid aquifers for all those that were impacted as a result of the trauma to the central nervous system, of the breathing and the lymphatic system, of nuclear reaction states to what happened when a military helicopter, you see what happens. That's information overload. That's how that happened. The system cannot handle that much energy. It can't run that many programs. It's not an eternal capacitor. It never will be, because it's artificial intelligence. Okay. And so at some point, you figure people got to wake up. and acknowledge what doesn't serve them and stop feeding the vampire. That's called a game stop, and that's a release date from quarantine. Yeah. Simulators. Just like a Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're competing against each other like crazy. They're obsessed with playing games and the next new iteration of a Galaxy phone that is completely obsolete before they ever brought it out. They're all obsolete technologies because they're simulators trapped in a game. That's why we're here. Yeah. Saint Barta. The auroras. Yeah. Rainbows. Now we remember the very first rainbow. That's why there's rainbows all over the place. Hey. Yeah, we're here. We promised we'd be back. Zero. That's perfect balance. So we're not crashing into anything as a result of overload. Finite memory. Finite. It's limited bandwidth. That's why it lies about its phone. Unlimited bandwidth. Like unlimited. Un is not limited. Because there are no dimensions. There are no density. Pre-matter. Pure liquid-like consciousness. The creative spark. The crystal spark. The grand creative spark. Light a fire. On fire to create, on fire to learn, to play music with the first son. Learning how to play music with the first son. With the first son. Is the one I serve. Is the one I am. The first eye, the first camera eye. Yeah, there was as a comment, somebody talked about being the observer. I did a video one time about being in the experiencer mode and the observer mode. Well, they're one and the same. I'm experiencing what I am by virtue of what I'm providing electrical power to, the eternal life force power. Right? So you're choosing what to experience by virtue of your ability to be free, to choose what you choose to provide electrical power attention to. Now you're experiencing what it is. Mirrors. Spinning mirrors. Restoring the first mirror is restoring the first spin of an atom. Adama Amareya. Ya. Kirashe Ya. So it was sort of cute. Somebody put up an image. Said, this is not Photoshop. Over the Big Island of Hawaii, they're seeing rainbows. Yeah, just like a rainbow around the moon. And bless your heart and soul spirit, Shannon Renee, for showing me you're seeing the rainbows where you're at. In Aurora, Colorado. No, was it Aurora, Illinois? Yeah, someplace in time. Remember the movie called, what is it, Somewhere in Time? With Christopher Reeves. Remember the penny? The Lincoln penny, Lincoln Memorial? So my heart and soul goes out to all of you that are experiencing trauma at any one given moment of breathing, that are still here as a result of system failures. That's what they are. They're system failures. You know, now I'm back to when I'm a child. System failure, checking all the boxes. Just like a pilot in an airplane, check all the boxes. Make sure that everything on this airplane as a simulator, checking all the boxes. How many things I got to keep checking to make sure that this plane is going to fly exactly the way it was intended to fly? Man, there's a lot I got to run to make sure that, just relax. Be calm. That overload is overload of putting pressure and compressing the nucleotides to implode and go nova. That's the truth of it. They don't want to talk about that truth. I don't even like to talk about it that often because I realize because of how sensitive I am. I could have some very direct conversations with the property owner here And it wouldn't be in my best interest to do that either, would it? Even though it's the absolute truth. Remember, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle that much energy to process that much truth. And that is a capacitor. The eternal sun is an eternal capacitor, which is an eternal calculator to run a temperature gauge, to monitor our breathing and restore our breathing. Breathing as one with the first sun. And that is a timing factor, which is mathematical in origin. The encryption code is mathematical. To protect your sphere, a rainbow sphere. Breathing right on time, the very first rainbow. So something was compelling me to put this video up here this morning. So now I know why. Now you know why. The why of it all. The why, the gated why. 4 gated whys. Breathing is one. The brilliance of a golden triangle. The silver and gold made of Ruche is the one I serve, which is the one I am. So I'm always in service to the all creation, to protect all life forms, because I'm a sacred life form, the same as you. So you're just as equal as I am, which means there's no hierarchy, because now you're experiencing what I am, which is what love is, and that's divine cosmic law. That doesn't need any defense, and it doesn't need any explanation. That energy is always present. That's eternal sun. That's the one I serve, which is the one I am. That's God Source Eternal. I hope you all have a beautiful day and are feeling better, are feeling the better tones of liquid light, pure, eternal, absolute love, on fire to learn, on fire to create, learning through spirit. The eternal spirit of fire. The eternal spirit of pure, eternal, absolute love. That's the highest divine law to honor, is to honor the first son. I honor the first son. I am always serving the first son. The one I'm with is the one I am. I Manu Aya. Zalu Kale Aya to all of you. Mueva.